I'm just working it down slowly with the draw knife, tidying up the sapwood, getting it to a sort of evenish thickness. It's a wee bit thin there, but and it's thicker this side due to the asymmetry of the stave. Just working away the heartwood a little bit as well where it's thick, getting down past the central pith. You can see there, once I get past the pith there, this little knot, that will disappear as well. And you can see the pith line's got a bit of a waggle there, whether the rest of the grain's relatively straight. I might lose a little bit off each end. Just going at it slowly, enjoy the process and tidy up, you know, where I've done it on the bandsaw. I'm just reducing it and tidying it up, investigating some of these funny areas. Right, not worth doing anything with that knot there, because there's no point filling it, because being on the back it's on tension, it's in tension, so the wood's trying to pop out that way, it's trying to spread. So unless you actually put a patch over it, there's no point filling it. Slow and steady wins the day. Take it easy so I don't jar my elbow. And this bit here, it looks a bit discoloured. I don't know if that's rot or something, or probably not associated with that knot. I'd rather have a bit more width there, but it is what it is. Although if I only go for, say, a 40 pounder, there'll be plenty there. But the wood's quite nice, lovely fine grain, works beautifully with the draw knife. It's just a pleasure to sort of carve into it. You can see the change in colour where it's sort of been seasoned for quite a long time. I don't know how long exactly, probably a good 2 or 3 years. Excellent. You see how it dug in there and just sort of chipped out. Obviously I need to be careful there, maybe turn the stave round the other way, or just take it very carefully. Where there's swirl in the grain you have to watch so you don't tear out big spalls of wood, but you can use a rasp instead, not really an issue. I'd left the sapwood proud there obviously because of that knot, but I'll just try and blend it in. Get down a bit, remove the actual saw marks and the bark of course. I'm working down on this end. It's pretty obvious that this tip's going to be a bit weird. I'd either have to take a lot of heartwood off there, but then it'd have a funny dip here, or just get it down to a cone and stick a horn knock on it. But it may be simplest just to, you know, lose an inch off the end, and then a lot of that would disappear under the horn knock. But I try not to remove wood until absolutely necessary. I'd rather have a bow that's too long with some funny ends than one that's too short that I need to add an end on. And as I've taken this sapwood down, that's looking pretty poor, but I'll just leave a bit of extra width there. I'll dig that out, and if we end up with a hole, so be it. And it may be that that doesn't go all that deep, but I'll excavate it and see. I've been tinkering away at it, trying to remove some of the excess width where it's slightly curved that way. So if I take some off this edge and then that edge at the tips, it'll be better. Oh, Ems, what are you doing? I'm doing important scratchings. I think it's still much too fat and bulky, but I'll file a couple of temporary knocks on it and have a quick shifty on the tiller, see how it goes. What do you reckon, Ems? I don't know, you haven't seen me, right? I just walking through. Bye. Yeah, we'll have a pop on the tiller. It feels alright. This slightly discoloured area here feels okay, doesn't feel particularly nasty or anything. Well, it's a little bit narrow there, but I've got a fair bit of width. Let's just shove the verniers on it and see somewhere near the middle. Yeah, I've got about 33.5, which is about right really. I mean, a bit fatter there, 34. So I'd have thought like 30mm square for say a 40-pounder, 35 square for something heavy, 40 square for a war bow. So we sort of, you know, got some spare wood. Let's stick it on the bench and just see how long it actually is. Well, you'd see that if the camera would focus. Yeah, 73.5. So the middle is at about 37ish. So the middle's about there. I'll measure it more accurately in a minute. Yeah, we'll get some temporary knocks on there and stick it on the tiller. You'll probably find it's barely shifting at 50 pound. I'm thinking what I might do is aim for 45, which is a nice usable weight. 45 at 28. Then that can be reduced, or, you know, this lad, when it comes to next year, you know, next spring, when shooting all starts up again, he'll probably manage a 40-pounder. 40 at 28, because he's probably only drawing 26, so that would be manageable. Or whatever, we'll see. Right, I've decided what I'll do is I'll notionally go for 71-inch length, which won't look stupidly tall for a lad, which means I can take the end off there, which will just leave, you know, get rid of some of this asymmetry and take that knot out. Bear in mind the horn overlay will come down to about here, and at this end it will get us closer to where I've shaved off a bit too much sapwood, so the horn knock will be there, so that will be sensible. But I mean, I'll cut it a little bit longer than that now and put the temporary knocks about where those lines are, but it's going to be way overweight at the minute. But I like to just get something roughed out so that I can see what's what in the wood. Like here I can see the, you know, the central pith. I can look at the knots. I know where the scruffy bits are. Then get it on the tiller and then start sort of real work. So that's sort of roughed out. Right, Scruffy Yew Stave, first time on the tiller. Let's have a look. It's bending right. There's 45. Bending rather a lot in the middle, isn't it, I think. Nothing too drastic happening. Yeah, we can see plenty of flex here, but the outers are relatively stiff. So yeah, obviously a lot sap with this side, but it may look different the other side, of course. But it's get some more tape on it and have another look.